Welcome back to Rachel Be the Healthy Way. Today we are going to be continuing our holiday series with some cranberry orange muffins, which are just, quite frankly, a lovely treat or something really fun to have if you're doing maybe a holiday brunch. So let's go ahead and get started. So here I have my dry ingredients, and my dry ingredients include 2 cups of a 1-to-1 gluten-free flour. I am using a Carol's brand. I will link that below if you guys are interested. In there is also a half a cup of sweetener of your choice. I used allulose and pure mixed. Then I have 1 teaspoon of baking powder, a half a teaspoon of baking soda, and a half a teaspoon of salt. Now over here I have a half a cup of dried cranberries, the 50% less sugar or ones that you make yourself. If you happen to be able to get a hold of fresh cranberries, please change that to 1 cup. Then we have about a tablespoon, maybe a tablespoon and a half of orange zest, which honestly I just used the zest of all the oranges I needed to make my liquid. And here we have our liquids. Here, let you see that, our liquids are 3/4 cup of orange juice. You can use orange juice, but I fresh squeezed mine to make sure it was all good. 1 teaspoon of orange extract, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. We've got 1/3 of a cup of oil, it can be coconut oil, melted, avocado oil, you choose, and 1 egg. So let's go ahead, and I have my hand mixer off to the side here, and we're gonna start this up. Now we can add the zest because it's such a fine texture that it won't cause a problem with mixing, but we're gonna hold off on the cranberries and fold those in after we have everything else mixed together. So that particular time, and maybe it's because of how I measured the flour, who knows, it seemed a little bit dry to me, so added a little bit over a 1/4 cup of water. So I feel like you should have a consistency almost like cake batter, is how I look at it. So if you need to add a little bit of water, and because each gluten-free flour is a little different, so be prepared to adjust. Throwing the cranberries in there. If I had been using either frozen or whole cranberries, I would have gone ahead and reserved a tablespoon or 2 of the flour and tossed them in that first, and then made sure they were coated before I put them in. That just helps so they don't drop to the bottom. So, but since we're using dried, we'll just do it this way. And now that we have that together, we're going to bring our muffin tin over. And I have my handy dandy ice cream scoop. You're going to fill these like normal about 3/4 of the way full so that they have room to rise. We're going to bake them at 400 degrees for approximately 15 to 20 minutes. You just want a nice light golden color, and then you'll remove them. So we'll go ahead and get to that, and we'll be back with our final result. Alright guys, so we went ahead and finished baking these. So it took 400 degrees and approximately 18 minutes is what we ended up doing. So this ended up making these 6, which I feel like are a little bit larger, and then 6 a little bit smaller because I don't have 2 of these pans. As you can see here, go ahead and pull one of these out. They're not 100% cool yet, and you know how that goes. They'd come off the paper a lot more easily if they were cooled all the way, but we're gonna go ahead and test it out anyways. So here you go. That's what they look like on the interior. And give some to Justin. They are really yummy.
There's so much aroma from the orange peel in there.
Yeah, it's got a really nice orange flavor. Because in my opinion, the hardest thing when you make orange cranberry is to get that orange to come through. These are really good. Hope you give them a try, and stay tuned for some more recipes for our holiday series. Thanks for watching.